Luffy and his crew were about to reach Laugh Tale after leaving the last island in the Grand Line. Luffy and his crew was partying before everything went dark. Waking up, Luffy found himself in impelled down shackle and chain. After Luffy started looking around, he saw Zoro knocked out on the ground as he started screaming Zoro as he heard a sound saying Luffy as he looked to his left only to see that Sanji was there tied up. It was our crew member. They turned us in, you're lying, Luffy shouted as a guard came before telling them that their crew turned in them to remove the bounty off their heads. Luffy was in shock of what he heard before he was told to be quiet. The next day 3 of them was set to be executed. On their execution day, a portal came and swallowed 3 of them. Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji awoke. They looked at each other, finding out that they have turned child. As they started to walk around, Puffy found Makino bar after they saw Shanks in the bar. Have Shanks see the 3 boys? He asked Luffy, what is your friend name? Has Luffy said they will be a part of my crew. Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro found out they were in the past before Shanks left on his journey. Luffy ate the gum-gum. Nomi, he gave Luffy the straw hat. Before setting out, Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro started to train their body to use their ability. Luffy and his crew still meet Ace and Sabo. They all became best friends and promised to meet in the Grand Line before Ace and Sabo set out on their own adventure. Years later, Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro set out on their sail before a whirlpool suddenly appeared in front of them and was about to swallow their boat, but suddenly, Luffy took out a barrel that was beside him and jumped in it, followed by Zoro and Sanji. Hey, guys, a barrel is floating, a fat man shouted as he swung the ship hook that immediately grabbed onto the barrel. This is kind of heavy, the fat man shouted as he exerted all of his strength and pulled the barrel up. Ifrit jammed. A voice shouted before suddenly a foot engulfed with blue flame. The barrel was suddenly kicked open by Sanji. What the fuck, the man said before he was kicked in the face at lightning speed and was sent flying more than 100 meters into the sea. Suddenly Luffy was seen walking and cricking his neck and Zoro was seen swinging his hand. Get back to work, a fat woman shouted as she walked around a ship's corner, and then she saw 3 boys that seemed to be teenagers. What are you doing on my ship? She shouted, but suddenly, she saw one of the kids slash with his sword. Her head is flying in the air as blood flew through her decapitated head.